Only one of you can be crowned the best young home cook in this entire country. Congratulations. Addison!
Addison Osta Smith made culinary TV history when at the tender age of 9 years old, she became not only the youngest winner ever of season 4 of Fox's MasterChef Junior, but also the first female to take home the honors. And she had her peers in mind when she developed the fun recipe she's about to show us for cheesy potato waffles. Hi, Addison. Great to see you.
Awesome to meet you too.
How fun. Now tell us how you first got into cooking.
Well, I really just kind of was in the kitchen since I was really young, and I just started taking my childhood recipes and elevating them and then creating new recipes that I just thought up in my mind.
Did you have guidance, or did you just figure this all out on your own?
Well, my parents have both been in the kitchen since they were since I was pretty young, and I have just been in there with them and cooking and having a blast, like since I was young, being on the step stool, peeking over the bowl.
Wow. And tell us about MasterChef Junior. Was the competition really intense?
It was really, I wouldn't say it's scary, it was edgy, and like it was really fun because I got to have all these different like experiences in like this amazing kitchen that I would have never thought I would have had until I auditioned.
And were you amazed when you won? How did that feel?
It's the best feeling I've ever had. It's just like a relief because I've been working so hard, and then to get the reward in the end is so awesome.
And here you are now, 11 years old, still working hard. You've developed some cool new recipes with Velveeta, right?
Yes.
That you're going to show us. You're going to show us cheesy potato waffles?
Yes,
is that right?
Cheesy potato waffles, and it's with their new product, mini blocks, which are like an easier way to use the Velveeta. It's not like a big chunk, it's like little 4-ounce individually wrapped Velveeta cheeses.
So easier for kids to work with. Now you are a master chef, as we know, so you can do this all on your own, but other kids who are not as experienced might want their parents to help, right?
Maybe not. Actually, I encourage all kids to cook on their own, but
when it comes to the hot stuff, maybe.
If it comes to the hot stuff, I think kids can still do it by themselves, but if just to be careful,
right.
Like you don't always need your parents to do it with you, but if you're gonna do it without your parents, which I could recommend if you know some things, then I would just be careful.
I like your can-do attitude. All right, show us your magic. What do we need here?
So here I have 2 cups of flour, and I'm just going to add a ½ teaspoon of kosher salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And these are our dry ingredients, and I'm just gonna whisk these together until there's not many clumps. And what this does is it gets more air into the flour and just makes it all combined. And once these dry ingredients are combined, I'm just gonna move over here and start with our wet ingredients. And this is where all the magic happens. This, I have 1 stick, 8 tablespoons of butter.
Love butter.
And me too. And I have about 1/4 cup of chives. I have 1 cup of potatoes, and this is where all our key ingredients come in. And I have 2 Velveeta mini blocks, which are just roughly chopped up. You can chop them, do whatever you want with them. And I have that. I'm just gonna add that in. And there's no particular order here. I'm just kind of doing it in the way that my recipe says. And then I'm gonna add 2 cups of milk.
2 cups of milk, just regular whole milk.
This is just, yeah, exactly, regular whole milk. And you can also find these recipes on Velveeta.com if you're looking to create these. And so I'm just going to combine this, and then after I combine it for a little bit, I'm going to add in 2 eggs. And
whole eggs.
2 just regular eggs, whole eggs. And the thing is, with cracking eggs, is there's not really a special way, it's just however you want to do it. And if you do get a shell in it, a little quick tip is you can dip your finger in water and then dip it into your batter or whatever it is that you're cracking eggs into.
That is a handy tip. That happens to me all the time.
And really, it's just very simple. As you can see, it probably takes you 10 minutes tops to make our batter, probably 5, and then just it takes about 5 to 7 minutes to cook, depending on how you like them and depending on your waffle iron.
Sure.
And now from here,
you're gonna mix the flour in with it?
I'm going to take this, dry mixture, and I'm going to take about half of it. And then with that, I'm going to just mix it in smoothly. You don't want to like mix like crazy because it will cause the batter to go up over the sides. And I mean, if you want to clean up a mess, go ahead, but.
As you cook. So Addison, did you cook a lot with your sister, your siblings growing up?
Well, my sister cooked before me, and so we then cooked together, and as I kept cooking, she found her other interests. She still loves to cook and cooks dinner sometimes and bakes with me and bakes on her own, so.
So Addison, I understand that you're also cooking up a little acting career. You have some acting shows on the side as well?
Yes, I love to act also. I hope to be in Broadway and on TV shows in my future, and
The Singing Chef.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Well, that's why you are the perfect TV chef hostess.
Yes.
That looks great. So how you need to really, really stir that.
You need to,
all the
mix this in because sometimes even on the bottom it would surprise you, but there's some dry flour still stuck on the bottom under all the wet ingredients, and I'm just gonna mix it all in until there's no clumps. And this just takes, it's pretty quick. And
do you have any tips on getting for other parents like me who want to get their kids interested in cooking?
Really just, if you haven't had kids yet and you're gonna have kids, start them younger, because then they'll be used to eating in the kitchen. And the cuisine that you feed them is very important. Like, I started eating authentic Mexican and Japanese and that kind of food when I was very young.
No chicken fingers for you.
So.
Is that your batter? Is it all ready?
This is the batter.
And now you've preheated a waffle maker, is that correct?
Yes, this is a waffle iron.
A waffle iron, and you brushed it with butter.
I've just brushed it with a little bit of butter, and the way you do this is you're just going to add the amount that you think is correct for your waffle iron. Okay. Here, I'm just going to add about, don't start with too much, start with not enough, so you can always add, but you can't take it out.
That's a good point.
And so then, well, you could, but it would probably be a mess.
Right.
So what I'm gonna do is just spread this batter out as nicely as I can, and then I can add a little more in the spots that I think need some more, and close it up.
And you've got 5 minutes to cook, right?
And this bakes for 5 to 7 minutes. 5 minutes is just like the golden brown. 4 is maybe like a little bit under, and 7 is nice and crispy.
And this is the finished product that we have right here.
Product, yeah.
So Addison, I'm gonna take a little bite. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
All right. Are you want some too, or you've already eaten? This looks delicious. So what do you drizzle on top? Is that just melted?
That's just some melted Velveeta cheese. I threw it in the microwave, put it in a squeeze bottle, or you can even use a spoon or fork and drizzle it right on. Mm-hmm.
Delicious. Well done.
Thank you.
Now, I understand you're also involved in some causes, right?
Yes, I lived in Oakland, and it was very warm, but there was definitely still homelessness, and that really, it was really sad to me. But I moved to Chicago, and there's winter there, and it's like, it's really scary to me because it's much more severe because of the cold. It really, like, it actually is really bad. And so that really started, like, I had always like wanted to do something about homelessness, but I hadn't really like done it. And once I won MasterChef Junior, it gave me the chance to really like do something about it. And so far, I've donated over $3,000 to my local charity, Housing Forward.
Addison, that's very generous of you.
Yes, and I'm still working with Housing Forward too.
Big talent and big heart. Now, I just want to mention you also developed 2 other dishes here, correct?
Yes.
This is a risotto and what is
taquitos. So
taquitos.
The risotto is a Velveeta bacon risotto, and with a little bit of chives on the top.
All right, you know I love risotto, so I'm gonna have to try this too. That's good. Not if you're on a diet, but that's really good.
And then those taquitos are just pulled pork and cheese and salsa.
Delicious. What a great array of flavors. Thank you so much, Addison.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything. This was really fun.
Thank you.